Chapter 12 gives you the questions that your organization needs to build excellence. Chapter 13 shares how DBS Bank built excellence as part of their implementation journey. Chapter 14 focuses on the final of the 3 broad themes of execution, and it is follow through. The question for this chapter is, when an employee's salary reaches $75,000 per year, what starts to happen? I have positioned follow through towards the end of the book, but in many organizations, follow through happens at the beginning of their journey. And some leaders review and learn from past experience and then apply that before they start into their execution. In the chapter, I explain that follow through is the #1 best practice of leaders inside an organization. By following up on what you said you were going to do. I also discuss how annual appraisals are coming to an end. At least 10 to 15% of Fortune 500 organizations have now eliminated annual appraisals. And I share why. I also start to discuss how people are becoming more self-directed and are no longer working for titles. In fact, 20% of employees only now have fixed positions, and 80% of employees in some organizations move from project to project. We are changing the way we are working to respond to the new business models that we require. And as people move from one project to another, they transfer their knowledge, talent, and energy to the new project. Also in this chapter, I share some wonderful research by Sheila Heen, who is the co-author of Thanks for the Feedback. She explains how employees require 3 types of feedback: appreciation, coaching, and evaluation. And I share with you how you can adopt these. I also focus on this chapter on a very sensitive area, that money is not the #1 motivator of many people at work, and I present to you the arguments why that is the case. I also share some wonderful research done by Dr. B.J. Fogg from Stanford University, and he developed the Fogg behavioral model, which sets out 3 elements that it takes for an individual to be inspired. And I've included his research because it really helps you follow through to make sure the right actions are being taken. The chapter goes on to explain how important it is to conduct regular execution reviews and introduces a new language called review rhythm. How every week people must hear from their boss asking them, what have you done to execute? How every 2 weeks across the organization, each business vertical looks at its performance. How every quarter the organization reviews its overall execution. The focus is very much on checking your progress. You must follow through in both what the organization is doing and what the people are doing. And when you do, you are well on your way to achieving excellence in execution. The final chapters of the book, chapter 15, again shows you how to build your execution plan around follow through. And chapter 16 and 17 complete the case study on how DBS achieved excellence in execution. Chapter 18 shares with you a different kind of summary of the whole book, which I've called the uncommon practices from excellence in execution. And it shares with you my favorite tools and tips that you can adopt. I wish you all the best throughout your implementation journey and achieving excellence in execution.